Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and I am still a shameless fan of getting free stuff, especially free tactical stuff that looks awesome on new blasters that I have. And what we have here is the latest offering from OSight. This is the OSight SE, and it is the, I suppose we could say, budget version of one of the previous ones that I reviewed. This one simply takes a regular battery as opposed to the rechargeable cover that the fancy one does, but that means this one is much more economic, more reasonably priced. We'll take a look at what's in the box real quick, and then we'll throw it on a blaster and take it out. Beautiful packaging. Still lovely packaging. The README, how to adjust the sight. It comes with the tool for all of that, how to install it. And we have our svelte little optic here. It is really very small, which is fancy, schnazzy. Push the button, turns on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to... Is it on? Yes. But finding it... Anyway, it's on. Trust me. There it is. There it is. Yeah. It has the same features, comes with all the same gizmos, comes with a whole box of goodies. There is the tool, both for installing it as well as for adjusting it, the manual, a cleaning cloth, and a whole plethora of screws so you can mount it to whatever you feel like mounting it to. I am not sure what the designation of the footprint that it has is. I'm sure it's on their website. But I have a blaster that I want to put it on because it came with a fake sight. Looks like a sight, but it's just a regular one. So we're going to put it on that, which is my new Meowser from OFD. They finally managed to get one to me while I was at Survival Fest. So I have designed an adapter plate because it uses a different footprint than this one does, but that was very simple to just print out. You can also get adapter plates online, but this worked well enough. I'm going to be using a pair of the 4M screws, the shorter 4M screws. It comes with 3M number 640, 4M number 632. So whether you're using metric or standard, it comes with screws so you can mount it, which is really decent. And they give you extra screws. It's quite nice. But we're just going to put screw in there. Use our handy dandy tool that is included. Put in the other one. There we go. Don't want to tighten it down too much because it's 3D printed, but it doesn't need to be overly secure because it's 3D printed. And now we have a nice optic, good svelte size. I like it. I dig it. Let's go playing with it. Right, now we're here on the range. I have the optic on there. It's svelte. It fits. It's just the right size, and I dig it. Is it remotely accurate? I have no idea. Actually, it's a little high. And I didn't bring the tool, but I would be able to adjust that if I had the tool. Round's complete. I really would not, I'm going to dial it in a little bit just so it's roughly right, but I'm never going to try to dial too much. Going to dial an optic on a Nerf flywheeler. They're just not accurate enough. But I dig it. It's svelte. It's solid. It's neat. Now we'll go back and we'll talk about the features, the buttons, and all of that. So, to the bench! Alright. And now for the talking about it. This is the OSight SE. It is meant to be a slightly more affordable version of the OSight S. It does not have the rechargeable cover, which was a really neat feature, but obviously increased the cost. This one is not rechargeable. It does simply take a battery. You take out a screw here, side panel comes out, and it takes a C1620 battery, a little penny-sized battery, give or take, which is very nice. Put your screw back in. The screw can be taken out with the tool, which is very handy. The same tool is used for adjusting the optic if you want to, fine-tune your your 0. Very, very nice. The fact that the battery comes from the side means you don't risk messing up your 0 when you take the battery out. A lot of them you have to take the whole thing off because the battery is only accessible from the bottom. This one's on the side, which is very nice. The display itself is apparently enclosed and shielded to prevent schmutz and debris from getting in there, so you don't have to clean it as much, but if you do, they do provide you with a cleaning cloth. Very nice for getting your fingerprints and dust and whatnot off of there. It has 3 reticle options. This is one that does have the 3 different options. So it's got 2 buttons on the side, plus and minus. Pushing and holding either of them will turn the optic on. If we can find it, there it is. Try to center it a little bit. If you hold down the minus, it will switch to the circle. Hold it down some more, and it will switch to circle and dot. I don't know how well you can tell that that's now circle and dot. I'm not even sure it is now circle and dot, but it ought to be. If we then hold it down one more time for a little while, it should go back to dot. Yeah. The plus or the minus will, of course, also increase or decrease. So we can make it even brighter, or we can make it even dimmer, depending on your preference. I like it. Am I getting all the information? It does have motion sensing, so if you just leave it not moving for 3 minutes, it will turn itself off, but as soon as you pick it back up, it will turn itself back on, which is nice. Saves that battery. It doesn't have a very big battery. It's a fairly small optic, and therefore it only holds a small battery. It's not the larger one that we often see, so it's nice that they have that feature in there. The footprint is RMSC, which is not the footprint that this blaster had, so I just had to print a quick adapter, but it came out nice, but it is a standard footprint, so you can buy adapters if you really want to. They are available. But I didn't have any fancy metal ones, so I just 3D printed one. I'm not expecting this to really hold a 0. I'm not really expecting it to be terribly zeroed on a Nerf blaster. Supposedly, it does have a 2 MOA on the dot and a 32 MOA on the circle. If those pieces of information mean something to you, then hooray! If, like me, they don't, then don't worry about it. But I really like how it looks on this. I think it's just the right size for this particular blaster. This is a snazzy new blaster, so I'm glad I've got a fancy reticle for it. Turning it off, you simply push and hold both buttons, and that will turn it back off again. What else was in the box? Obviously there was the tool, all the screws for all the different styles of mounts that you might have. It's got 632, 4M, 640, and 3M, and it comes with lots of screws of each for mounting it to whatever you're going to be mounting it to. Obviously there's different standards for what those are, and it comes with different lengths of each as well. So odds are whatever mounting system your blaster or firearm have, this should have what you need. It doesn't also come with, I believe, a charging cable somewhere. Yes. No? Maybe it didn't. Oh, why would it come with a charging cable? It's not rechargeable. Never mind! There's no charging cable to see here. That's why I can't find it. But all of that can be nicely stored, conveniently stored. Shove it all back in. Put it somewhere safe. Very nice. So, there you have it. The OSight SE. A little more affordable, still svelte, still with all those lovely options that we like, various features. For being so small, it's got a fair number of features, which is pretty cool. So, if you're looking for a svelte little pistol optic, here's an option. The OSight SE. Link will be in the description. Maybe get yourself one. Thank you for watching.